What's up for whoever's watching this? Even though I'm pretty sure I don't see anyone here. That's what happens every time I use my burner channel. It just, you don't know what to expect. But I'm with my friend RJ here again. Like I'm saying, you can watch it here live or on replay. It really doesn't matter. Even though it's proven that my numbers are better for replay. But look, the thing I always think about is like, why do people try so hard? Well, when it comes to, and the whole thing is about Warner Brothers with the Black Superman thing that's going on, the controversy. How what we know they have a history of doing stuff when it comes to people of color, and obviously when it comes to Justice League versus the Snyder Cut, we definitely saw what the issue was with some of the people behind that. But besides all of that, I feel that first of all, it was so stupid from the start for them to try to market this, knowing that we know what they did. So how do you feel about that? Was it stupid, or do you think that we're just over exaggerating?
I mean, in terms of this Black Superman thing, I mean, I said on my own channel, and you were on there. It's like just frustrating, because again, it's like they're doing something that's gonna like it's the I don't understand why DC always takes the most complicated route possible. Like there's such a much easier solution to this. It's just do Calvin Ellis or Val Zod, or promote actual Black characters in their comic books that we get to get live action adaptations. Bumblebee, John Henry Irons, John Stewart, the Black Canary from Birds of Prey. There's a lot of things they could be doing, but instead they choose to do this. And it doesn't feel genuine. It feels like it's just pandering, which I don't like.
Yes, I would agree. Even though I hate when people, because they said it in the article, and I read it enough times. Not to read it again, but they said they care deeply about diversity, representation, and they're on board with helping people. Well, raising more awareness for that in the future. And when I saw that in my head, I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And thank God Ray Fisher was first on the scene, because he said it too. He was like, these guys are full of shit. If they cared about diversity and representation, they wouldn't have done what they did when they bastardized Zack Snyder's movie originally. But I feel like, yes, there are a bunch of characters of color that they could have used. I get it that some of them aren't famous, or some of them are just C level or D level characters. But I'm just saying, that's what, if you don't want to make movies for them, cameos, HBO Max, make them side characters, do something with them. And when it comes to Superman, look, I will admit this. I am sometimes a purist when I say no, I don't want this character to be this or that. I'm open to giving them a chance. Like, when it comes to terms of race swapping or gender swapping, I wait until the final product to see if it's good or not. But yeah, sometimes I have no issues with that. It's just that when it's more important characters like a Superman. But I said, why not? Because the reason why we're angry is because they announced that it's announcing a Man of Steel sequel. Like I said, if it would have been both movies, nobody would have cared. They were like, "Oh, I'm on board with this. 2 Superman movies, I can't wait." But no, and the fact that Henry Cavill's been saying this for years that he wants it, but they're not doing anything about it. And then we come out with this, and I get it for Snyderverse fans. They have to be careful because they already label us as toxic, and with this going on now, they're going to call us racist too. That's what I'm scared of. That is the whole narrative.
They're going to play that card. Say, oh, you guys don't like this because you're racist. Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of it about it today on Twitter. They're just saying when it comes to boycotting this movie and not watching it, they can use that as leverage to say that we have issues with people of color.
Yeah. Well, I thought Ray Fisher calling it out was really funny.
Oh yes. He's. I knew he was to be the, but no. Some of the verified people are saying we're over exaggerating that. Why are we talking shit about this movie? Why are we talking shit about Warner Brothers? And people are saying, are you guys misinformed? Do you know what Warner Brothers has done? And I'm sorry, I look. It is something. It would have been different if it would have been like, look, like one character being cut out or cut out, but like, okay, maybe show us the deleted scene or something. But you know how many people were cut out? How many story stuff in the story that would have helped? Ray Fisher himself is a
Cyborg's mom.
Yes.
Ryan Choi. A lot of characters got cut.
Yes, I made a joke about it. Even some black guy in the background was getting cut. So I was like, they really didn't care at all. And that's a shame. But then they come with something like this. It's not good for you guys to pretend. And I use I use the word pretend, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. They're pretending that they care, but they don't. They know they fucked up with Justice League, and now they're trying to make amends for it. But it's like I'm saying, making amends is hard since we know. Snyderverse aside, just what you guys did, how to that extent that movie was like I'm saying, I'm not over exaggerating because we all know what they did, but giving stuff like this now, saying, "Oh, yeah, in the future we're gonna have more of people like gay characters, stuff, and etc." It's like, guys, you just stop. You're digging yourself in a bigger hole. People can see past your bullshit. Nobody's gonna be on your side except the ignorant people.
All right.
But do you think that people should give this a chance, or do you think that maybe it will be a mess, or what are your feelings on the movie in general? Like, because they did say it was to be Kal-El, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna follow the same structure. But
they said it's going to be traditional Superman origin story, but it's going to be a period piece potentially in the 20th century. I mean, Ta-Nehisi Coates is an interesting writing choice. I want to see if they get to direct it. It could be a good movie. I mean, I'm always up for more Superman stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna take a wait and see approach. The script's gonna get turned in this December. We'll see what they think of it. We'll see if they like the script. Let's see if they move forward on it. So it's just gonna have to be a wait and see thing.
Yeah, I get that, but it goes into the same thing about look. I talked to you about it before. When it comes to Snyderverse fans, we tend to whenever it's not something that's not Snyderverse related, like the Flash, the Suicide Squad, the Batman movies. We both of us said ourselves we can't wait to see. But what do you think people will like? I'm not lying when I say this. The boycotting or just not wanting to see it because of spite, because of it not being Man of Steel 2. Do you think that some of that stuff will happen?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this movie's gonna need a ton of blowback.
And oh my gosh.
Now you're just trolling, man. There ain't no resemblance.
Oh my gosh, that's a good show, but whatever. But yes, it's something to be scared about because, like I said, when the narrative we already have on us is toxic. So imagine racist and toxic. That's like what one more word away from the Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm.
People because they say sexist, and that has happened so far. So, but yes, I feel that like people are gonna say don't bother watching it. There're gonna be campaigns for it. There's already campaigns for the Flash, and that's like I said, that's a shame because we don't know for sure what's gonna happen in that movie. Even when I covered the leaks, I said it myself. They could be, and I feel first of all we already know a specific group of people, and they already have today too have been trashing it for calling it woke, tokenized and stuff like that. I feel like we would have got this movie either way because of them trying to go with multiverse aspects. Like you see different perspectives from different types of people. I think the movie probably like Elseworlds and stuff like that, or something in that level. But do you think that this movie could not be, it could be great, but could be a hit, like when a hit in terms of even though we know their intentions are dishonest, could help a lot of people in terms of black culture, or make like the terms of what Black Panther did to the audience. Do you think that thing could happen with this movie?
It's certainly what they're aiming for. I think this is them trying to get a Black Panther equivalent movie, something that's going to like spark a lot of social conversations and be something that's going to blow up in pop culture. Will it have that same impact though? I just don't know. It just depends. It depends. Again, it's going to really depend on that script. That script has to be very good and needs to be handled by an expert director, in my opinion. I just have a feeling this is going to blow up in their face, though. I really do. I hope not. I hope it's a good movie. I hope it's successful. I hope, I wish nothing but the best for those involved. I mean, it's not their fault they're in this position where this is what the studio wants to do, but I just don't know, man. I just have a feeling it's just going to be a giant mess.
Because in my honest opinion, I think it's to be like a mixture when in terms of what happens when this movie's out. Cause I'm feeling it's gonna have the same impact as BVS, how everybody was divided, and this and with that so slash BVS and slash the Last Jedi for impact. So I feel like people are gonna say that even if it's good, it's still gonna have pushback. And some people will say, will complain saying all these narratives and all these agenda that this movie has, and it probably will have some political stuff too. Um, but I feel like mostly will be going a negative route, and that like I said, there will be some biases too from some people from the fandom, the Snyderverse fandom. And I'm saying people really have to be careful with stuff like this. But I think the impact will be more negative. If I'm wrong, like I'm saying, even if it's a good movie, I think that so much damage can be done just by some plot details or a trailer leading up to the movie. That's what I'm saying. The same thing happened to Captain Marvel. The same thing happened to Birds of Prey. Any of these movies.
Yeah.
But yeah. And in terms they said it too. Do you think they're gonna keep it? Cause it says standalone, right? But
Yeah, standalone, not connected to any like the other movies.
but you still have that mentality about the multiverse Justice League thing. So you think that might play a part somehow?
Maybe. I know this thing. It's not going to connect. I just have a feeling it. It again. I think it's a huge hit. They'll be like, "Oh, look, this is our main Superman now." If it doesn't do as well, they're going to say, "Oh, it's just a one-off movie, that experiment. We tried something different, didn't work out. All right, we're done." You know.
But have you said it before? Something about it might be connected to the Batman somehow. Do you see something like that?
I've been theorizing that potentially yes. It just depends. I think right now there won't be any connection, but in the future, I mean, maybe. I mean, again, J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves are pretty close friends. Matt Reeves is a student of J.J. in a lot of ways. So, yeah, I mean, again, it really just depends.
It does depend because obviously this movie, like, yes, they're saying it's not going to connect to the DCU, so it'll be a multiverse thing. And obviously we were getting characters like Michael Keaton's Batman, and obviously Supergirl herself from a different world. I think it's not going to be connected to Keaton's, but I'm saying it's showing that they're open to just having characters appear throughout anywhere from the multiverse. So it could be a chance that he could, even though it's to be standalone in the future, something could happen. But I'm just saying when it comes to DC, like I said, no, we don't have a problem with this movie at all. But it would be simpler just to have him in the DCU. You could even appear in a post credit scene or be like a second one of the leads in the Man of Steel sequel. Just somehow bring him in. Like, I think people would have complained about something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I just have a feeling this movie's going to get so much hate. I feel like, it's the outrage you're seeing today. They released it, or the article came out on Henry Cavill's birthday. People are still attached to that version of Superman. It's like, it's just an uphill battle. If it was Calvin Ellis or Val Zod, people wouldn't be as upset. It's like, okay, it's not going to compete or not replace what we already love. It's going to be an extension of that. But to come out and say, no, this is going to be Kal-El, this is going to be Clark Kent, it's going to make a lot of people angry. And again, I didn't even think about that. The studio could be like, "Oh, look at the toxic fans! Look, they're being racist now." Yeah, I can see them definitely pulling that card.
Yes, that's why I was the first one to say it. I had that mentality of what I could say about it. So you think later on, if people go overboard with this, with the Snyderverse fandom, I wouldn't be surprised to see articles later, either today or tomorrow, saying that we look racist or whatever. And look at, like I'm saying, it's hard to talk about stuff like that because of, yes, you could be critical of a movie like with implements of racial stuff or black leads. It's such that we live in a world now that when we do talk about that stuff, unless you're, to be just to say it right now, unless you're someone like you or me, then non-white people, then they will come at a bunch of people in a certain way that even we're being nice about it, saying we just want a Man of Steel too. Though, well, like I'm saying, these news people come out of nowhere. Just one person can say something bad, and then then we all get demonized. That's all I'm saying. Like the pushback will be probably insane. And like I've said before, and I said the same thing about the Flash movie. Look, it's something to feel bad about because these people, I guess in both of these movies, are gonna feel pressure saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be scared of all the stuff that's gonna happen." We might get lots of hate. We might get lots of people saying you're the boycott and not even bother watching us. And that is sad. That is a sad thing. Like none of the actors, none of the people behind the creative process deserve that hate.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like I said, man, just a very, very, very strange situation, and it's just pouring gasoline on an open fire already of a enfueled fan base that's already very angry and just wants a solution to all this, and it's just getting worse, in my opinion. I don't know.
Since today was Henry Cavill's birthday, and that's when they announced that the search for a new Superman and him being Cal and everything like that. Do you think it was intentional?
I think it's just a case of unfortunate timing. I mean, it doesn't help the situation. I feel like they should be better and like realize, like you gotta be careful when you release stuff like this, because if it's not meant to be anything crazy, like it's not meant to be insulting or like mock the fan base, then be more careful in how you release stuff or let stuff get out. You know.
But look, it is very suspicious. I'm saying that they have history of trolling us when it comes to Josh Whedon's thing on showing the numbers for his TV show on HBO Max or the trilogy trailer or whatever else. And the fact that it is on his birthday does raise an eyebrow. Um, but I think I said it when I was on your live stream. Do you think that they did this on purpose? Because they obviously it was trending. Both Black Superman, Henry Cavill, and WB were trending because of the same reason of this news. Do you think they did this on purpose just to get the reaction to say, and I seen it today too, but to say that look at us being toxic?
I mean, potentially. I mean, that is something I've been thinking about. The trilogy trailer, uploading that 4K trailer of Justice League. I could it be like one of the greatest works of all time, and them trying to bait fans and being upset and posting comments that they can use an excuse for toxicity? Maybe. I mean, that's definitely something that I've been thinking about, and I'm not for sure.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like it's just the whole thing about it too is that we knew about this for I think a while too about when it was announced. I think it was more than a month ago. It's just that we just thought it was either to be and people were reassuring us saying, even though I said I had no problem for him being the main DCU, not even a multiverse character, but the fact that it's Kal-El is having his story. It's people are saying it is going to replace Henry Cavill, even though it's to be standalone. Or I still don't think it said in the article that was to be multiverse. But do you flat out think it's just Henry Cavill is just getting the F out already?
Yeah, I think he's done. To be honest with you, the only route I can see maybe is if we're very lucky, and maybe The Rock can get some influence in there, and maybe get him for a cameo in Black Adam 2 or Shazam 2. So he can fight Superman. Other than that, no, I think he's done. So, which is a shame because I think he's getting the role. So.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm mixed on it. It's 50-50 for me. I obviously do not want him to leave at all, but it's hard. And he's been wanting a sequel for a long time. And I keep saying the only reason why they don't, and he's been good to them. I don't think he's been showing any bad behavior. It's just that I think because he's so heavily connected to the Snyderverse, and it's obviously if there is a Man of Steel sequel, we all know we will all expect a certain person to direct it as well. But I feel like we just had to wait because people are pointing all their eyes to The Rock, saying it's now or never for him now that he has to put him in his movie, and I'm saying if they're waiting to get rid of, because Ben is possibly might leave, get out after Flash movie, and then Henry Cavill, they're saying after this announcement it's over already. But I think it was you who said it. They might even get rid of Gal because of how Wonder Woman in 1984 did to that franchise. The same might, if she doesn't have one more movie, then they might kick her out. Do you really think something like that would happen?
Maybe. I still think there's a chance that Gal Gadot gets booted. Honestly, if Wonder Woman 3 isn't a big success, I could definitely see them saying, we're done with Gal now. We're gonna reboot."
Oh, that's something hard, to be honest with you, to like when it comes to Gal, because I obviously everybody loves Wonder Woman, her Wonder interpretation of Wonder Woman, but I get it. Wonder Woman 1984, none of us wanted that damn movie. We were all expecting something great, and it came out. I still like the movie, but it's definitely not what I expected. I definitely wanted a better movie. But that's something. Justice League already, banned Henry, possibly. Obviously, Ray is definitely not there either. Ezra. It depends on how much the hate is gonna keep flowing for his movie. But Jason, I think his movie's gonna be good. The second Aquaman movie. But Gal, I think she does have pressure now. Even though there would have some backlash, because obviously it plays into the, you guys booted a strong female character, a strong woman from a franchise. You guys should be ashamed. So I think she, even in Wonder Woman 19. I mean, I was about to say another fucking 19. Even if she did have a bad, third movie, I think they would just keep her on. And in terms of this movie, I feel like even if it's bad or whatever, even if it underperforms, I wouldn't be surprised if they come out just saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a trilogy off this." What do you think?
Oh, like a Black Superman trilogy?
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, it depends. Again, if they might, what they might do, like before, like the weekend the movie comes out, be like, "Hey, we greenlit 2 more movies." So that way they can be like, "Hey, we're moving forward with this. Jump on the train." I mean, maybe. Again, I'm very curious to see who they cast and who they get to direct it. That's gonna be the big thing.
yes, I was saying about that, and I think it even said it in an article or something involving it was with Michael B. Jordan saying, "Yeah, I'm flattered that you guys are yeah." Because people keep saying it has to be him. To be honest, I actually do like that casting. I think you'll find someone else. But do you think he's lying about it, that they haven't when you like went to him to say, "Oh, are you interested in this project?" Do you think he said, "Look,
I think yeah, I think there was initial talks. I still don't think he's gonna be Superman. I think they're gonna go with an unknown actor. Then they're gonna cast someone who's like new to the industry and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm saying, yeah, that something. Even though that role will be infamous, that can really help somebody's career. But like he said that, "Oh no, I just want to sit back and just watch it. I don't want to be involved." Like I think he said it too, that nobody has. Like obviously he's involved in DC with that Static movie. But do you really think that nobody has been talking to him? Like, obviously, there's like. I can't think of anybody else because I just don't know anybody else for it. And since they've been heavily like focusing on him in terms of on YouTube or on social media, it just makes sense for me. But I think they could go the unknown route. Like I said, it works. But I'm trying to think what else could I just discuss right now before like there's only a couple minutes left for this stream anyway.
Yeah. The Ray Fisher stuff, Ray Fisher calling him out.
Oh yeah, I remember. Who's left again? Freaking this guy.
Oh, he's not leaving. Toby Emmerich. There's some talks going on. He might go to Netflix, but it's just like rumors and hearsay for right now.
Yes, and Ray Fisher said it doesn't matter if you go to Netflix. I'll still talk about you.
You know what? Ray Fisher should open up a YouTube channel. Just make drama vids on the Warner Brothers execs.
Yeah, I can imagine him making rant videos. To be honest, he actually should. To be honest with you, I'm not even trying to sound like a dick about it, but like Ray Fisher, besides the show, what else are you doing? Like, I'm not trying to sound like a dick about it. But it is interesting that Zack Snyder being and I do believe that possibly in the future he will get more stuff on Netflix. They might make some type of deal with him. But people from DC that he has a problem with not going. I wouldn't be surprised if Joss Whedon comes out nowhere on Netflix. To be honest with you.
Nah, I think Whedon's done. He's been excommunicado from the industry. He probably like moved away to like some random cabin in the middle of the woods.
I mean, even if that, he has lots of influence. Despite how much people know how much of a dick he is, I think he still has enough influence. But obviously, if he doesn't work again, I think he's already good for the rest of his life. To be honest with you, with all the shit he's done.
Oh yeah, probably with like royalties and everything.
Yeah, he's set. He's good. But do you think it's possible that because of some people coming from there, that Zach's gonna be like, oh, hesitant. He's gonna be like, I don't want to see these people around. I don't even want to be in the same studio as these guys. What do you think? Do you think he'll have an issue with that?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I just think in terms of like just Warner Brothers in general, they're just a very hypocritical studio. I don't think anything they do right now is coming from a genuine place of wanting like to promote diversity. To me, it feels like they're just trying to cover up for past mistakes and try and virtue signal.
Yeah, yes, I believe that also. It's hard to discuss. Like I said, they're gonna use this to spin it around and say not only that we're talked about racist as well. Now, obviously, I told you some of the people that we have issues with the way they behave online are making the same videos we're making, and look. I'm not gonna lie, we are using, even though it's the truth. That is for a fact what they're doing. We're using the same keywords at us. So and someone like Brian already said that we're at this stage that we're close enough to them that people can't tell the difference. So like I'm saying, do you think that people just had to calm down with this, or do you think that even though it is bad behavior and we can see it, do you think we should still keep talking about it?
I mean, if you're upset by something, you have the right to talk about it and you have the right to voice your opinion. It's just you need to be smart with how you do it. That's how I think, that's how I'll end it off. Be smart with the way you engage with stuff like this. Don't fall into that trap because that's the trap they want you to fall into. Don't embrace toxicity or hate because that's how you're going to lose ultimately. Because all you're going to end up doing is proving the ants aren't off right, and it's just going to make Snyderverse fans as a whole look horrible. And then you're never going to get any continuation. You got to be smart with the way you handle stuff like this.
Yes, guys said it. I had to be smart when it came to the title of the stream. I said it myself because when them titling their streams, it sounds or their videos, the titles they're using is making it seem like they have issues with the fact that it's a black person. So in my head, I was like, oh no, I can't, make it seem like I have a problem. Like I said, I don't have a problem if it's a black Superman or not. I just want Henry Cavill to be Superman. I have no problems with 2 Supermans, 3 Supermans. It's whatever. But I feel like they're gonna see a bunch of that. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a bunch of screenshots of us talking about this put together with them, and then people say, "See, look at all these people." Like I have an issue that they are going to group us all together, and if like I said before, the Snyderverse fan I called it before out on my channel that some toxic behavior, but dude, I get it that WB is pushing it more. They're making us act like this, but I feel like this movie is gonna cause lots of issues down the road, and it might affect in terms of the Snyderverse actually happening. Do you think that they're gonna keep doing I know you said that it might not happen, and I said in DC fandom that there's a chance that something can go down, but you think if they are making if they're having conversations right now, do you think that they're putting into a factor of how we're behaving? Even though they are baiting us, do you think that if we keep going down this route, that if they are talking about it, do you think they're gonna bring us into account of all the things that they can say that we're ungrateful, that etc.? Do you think that we do play a big part in terms of how we behave if the Snyderverse happens or not?
I would say this, DC fandom is on the horizon, like you're saying. But just wait until then. Let's see what they announce. I think things will become a lot clearer as we get into October with DC fandom and after Army of the Dead. Let's see how Army of the Dead performs. Let's see what that does on Netflix, and we'll go from there. I just think, I think in a lot of ways Warner Brothers is trying to bait us into being upset and giving up in some regards. I mean, I'm losing faith a little bit, but I'm not going to crap on anyone who still wants to believe and have hope, you know?
Because look, for me, when it comes to Army of Dead, I could go both ways. Obviously, if it's successful, I think it is going to be successful. I feel like more it's gonna just help Snyder get more involvement in Netflix. Like, it's not really gonna help the DCU, like him getting back into it. Like, they're just gonna say, "Oh, Snyder, you did a good job. Here's a couple more movies that you can make. You can do whatever you want, guy." But obviously, because of us, obviously the fans are gonna make fun of WB, saying, "Oh, look at the numbers he did. Look at all the stuff he did, and you guys don't want him back. You guys are idiots." But do you feel like it's gonna help him more with Netflix, or do you think that DC, everybody Warner Brothers will be like, "Oh God, we had to get him back"? Like, how do you feel about that?
Zach keeps saying that Warner Brothers doesn't want him. So, I mean, if anything, I think it would have to be HBO Max and people over there pushing for it. I'm not saying they would be successful, but again, let's see how Army of the Dead does. If that blows up Netflix, maybe they can sit back and go, okay, maybe we can do something with them. Or maybe again, Netflix could sign an exclusivity deal for Zach, and then we know it's all over. So.
Yeah, because I know people like Enos and people like that are saying, and I think even Jarbo himself said it. No, it will affect Netflix more for them just giving him more stuff to do. But like I'm saying, it's hard. It could be both, I guess, but it's hard because we know that they don't like him at all at WB. Not everyone, and most of the people who are in charge don't like him. But I feel like that. Yeah, we've seen the campaigns on Twitter and everything else saying, "Guys, support this, and we'll get the people who are more front and center in terms of the Snyderverse. Like, they're saying, "Look, support this, keep retweeting this, whatever about Army of the Dead, and we'll show Warner Brothers who's boss." But I keep thinking like that's just gonna help him more with Netflix. It's not gonna do anything with the DCU to bring him back to finish the Justice League sequels and whatever else he could possibly do. Like I say, it's my opinion. People will get mad about that, but I just feel that way. They just gonna look, as long as he's working. Who cares? Like, it's good. Warner Brothers are not, but I feel like if they weren't willing, because he was pushing that movie to go on to be in Warner Brothers. That movie was in development for a while but they turned it down from him. Because I kept on thinking, why don't we just give him any to create any movies for WB? But then I guess they don't want him making regular movies either. But like I'm saying, I feel more that it's just gonna help him get more credibility when it comes to continuing his work in Netflix. But it's what it is, I guess.
Yeah, you're 100% right on that, Eddie.
What happened?
I said you're 100% right on that, Eddie.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to because obviously we will, like I said, we will help with it. We even though they say they ignore the fans, they still listen to us. Even though they don't like us, they still listen to us. And what I mean by listening is they see all the shit we say about them.
Yeah.
But like I said, that we make valid points saying, look, despite anything, Zack Snyder still is a hot topic. Despite you can say his movies suck ass, but everybody's still talking about him, including you guys too. But what I'm saying is that us as fans, because like I said, once it's confirmed that movie was, and I don't think is I don't know, because the most I think watched movie in terms of numbers was Extraction, right?
Yeah, Extraction and Old Guard.
Yeah, both of them. So they're tied.
No, I think Extraction had 99 million. Old Guard had like 93.
So do you think the movie will help? Will not help? I think it's to be successful, but like break both of them.
Maybe it needs to. I would say Army of the Dead needs to hit 100 million.
But do you? And it's hard to say this, but do you think that um Warner Brothers will care?
Ultimately, no, I don't think so. I think it'll be good for Zach. It's going to help Zach get more deals in Hollywood. I think if it pops off really big, it's pretty good for Netflix. But I don't think Warner Brothers will ultimately care. I hope I'm wrong with that, but I just don't know, man. I don't know.
As I said, we like I said when it comes to, and I like how we just shifted to Snyderverse stuff. um, but like I said, we have to face. There's some people in this fam that don't want to see it from both sides. We had to be real about it. We have to look at the good and the bad. And I do believe, like look for like I said, there will probably be some people talking about and saying, look what Zack Snyder did at Netflix. What the hell? Why did we get rid of him? And there will be some people saying, "Who cares? We have a good direction right now. Even those people are fucking mental, and they think, oh, how they're going right now with DCU is good." But I ultimately think that it will help. Like I said, it will help him on Netflix. But I'm not sure if they'll be willing to bring him back or if they care. Those records can be fucking earth shattering. And I know for a fact that people once a movie comes out post movie that it will probably trend a lot and everything like that. But like I'm saying, I don't know because we don't know who's on our side and who isn't on. Like we don't know who's on our side and who isn't in terms of WB. Because obviously not everybody thinks that way. So that is a problem we had that we just demonize everyone there. But it's gonna be something to work on. And going back to DC fandom that you said, yes, something could happen, something couldn't. But you said that right now you think nothing's gonna go on, right?
I would be shocked if something happened. To be honest with you, but
DC fandom,
I'd be shocked if they actually. I think there's a chance they won't even mention the Snyder Cut at all.
I said it before. People can think any way they want. If they're just saying they lose faith or just saying, I'm just gonna accept the truth, it's fine. And I said it's not negative. It's just that lots of people just don't like hearing stuff like that because they have faith. Obviously, they have faith, and they want Zack Snyder to get his because he's playing all this years ago when we saw those storyboards.
I love Justin's here.
And Justin, there's only like 3 minutes left of this, and we're leaving. So you came at the wrong time. Listen.
He just wanted to show support, man.
Oh yeah, you show support. This is my burner channel. Wait till I can. My numbers are gonna skyrocket too once I officially come back.
Because you can't stream on your main channel because you got banned or whatever, right?
Yeah, I have at least like 6 or 7 weeks left, and I think I can stream again.
That's BS though, man. You should try appealing that.
I tried to. They rejected it.
And so you can't do it again?
No, I know I can do it again, but what's the point? They rejected it the first time.
I mean, just keep doing it though. You never know. Snyder Cut already came out. They shouldn't care.
Yeah, that's what I said. And plus, it was just for the image anyway. That's total bullshit. There was nothing in there that I was talking about it, but I didn't show anything. It was just an image I used for the thumbnail. That I edited over, but whatever. Yeah, it's whatever, Justin. I'm almost back anyway. It's been like more than a month that I've been like this. It's whatever. But I think that it's okay if you lose faith. It's okay if you say you're done. I even said to myself I have doubts. And I remember I had like a mini conversation with Ray Porter. He said it's okay if you don't want to do it anymore. It's okay if we don't want to retweet or whatever anymore. It's as long as you. I said as long as as you support the people who do, and as long as you try, even if you're having doubts, try to stay positive about it somehow. I think it's good. But do you like you think they already made a conclusion that they already made up their minds and everything? That's what you think, right?
I'm of two different minds. Part of me thinks that I think they're done with that. The other part's like, well, it's not officially over until Zach himself says it, and we get Army of the Dead numbers. We see how Army of the Dead does, and we see what happens at DC fandom. In my opinion, if nothing happens at DC fandom, then I think it's over. That's my cutoff date.
Yeah, I set that too because that's like 6 months from now. A lot of stuff could happen, but it's hard because we all know how Snyder did. Despite them not really wanting to admit it was successful. It did lots of stuff. Um, in terms of Blu-rays and stuff like that, do you think that could play it? Because obviously it showed up in streaming. Streaming is different than about this box office. Obviously, you can try to calculate how much it would have did if it was in theaters. But you think that like maybe because this has happened before with like shows and stuff like that. Do you think it will help
Yeah.
with sales?
I mean, Family Guy got canceled, and what brought it back? DVD sales. You know, there's been a lot of movies and shows that got continuations because the Blu-ray sales really good. Because it's direct revenue to the studios, you know. So, I mean, it depends again. It's a different era now, though. I think streaming numbers and purchases like rentals and direct PVOD numbers are going to matter more, maybe. But if the Blu-ray sales are really good, then yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll have to wait and see because I think right now the Blu-ray's only available in the UK. It's not out in like the US or the regions yet.
Well, I'm saying to that extent because when they gave up the thing to get the Blu-rays, it sold out in 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So
We just had to wait and see. I think that we just like I said we don't want I get it faith like I said in the movie itself, but like I said it just it's right now we're all nervous. We don't know what's happening. Some people say it's over multiple times. And some people just say it's over in general. Some people say, just hold up. Because obviously everybody's on board with it. Even everybody, all the actors are on board with it too. But I think we just had to wait. But I think we reached the mark already. Cause I have a feeling we will talk about this later again.
oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about this a lot.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna be on the stream together in a couple hours again. But all I can say is, in terms of just give it a chance, even if it's not what you want to give the I don't even know what it's gonna be called either. I was just say I flat out have to say Black Superman. I don't know if it's gonna be called Superman or something.
Probably the Superman.
But yeah, give that movie a chance. Give all these movies that aren't in the Snyderverse a chance, and wait and see. Like I said, the way the movie ended on a cliffhanger, that could be set. Just League would have even if they didn't announce the Snyderverse. I'm pretty sure that movie will come out like in 3 years anyway. But like I said, even if they flat out say it's over, they can always change their mind down the road.
Yeah.
But yes, please tell the fine people where they can find you.
So yeah, for me, you can find me on Twitter at Resident Justice or send to my YouTube channel, Resident Justice. It's pretty easy to find. I'm on like everybody's streams, posting links too. So be on the lookout for me, I guess. I just did a stream with Eddie and Aaron talking about this earlier today. So
But yes, you people know where you can find me, and I'm saying I'm not even gonna bother saying it. Don't subscribe because you people don't listen. But yes, this has been my secret, even though it's not really secret, Bird channel stream. And like I say, don't give up hope, and it is what it is if it's over. But yes, that's all I can say for now. Of so long, everyone.